Hello there. This is just a video. I just finished making this e-bike. It's working really well. I'm so happy with it. And I thought, you know, maybe someone else would benefit from my mistakes. So I decided to make this video. Okay, so I have a Bafang bbshd motor. Okay, and it was actually meant for another bike, but that bike was not compatible at all. So I had to find a compatible bike, and after doing some research, this Trek Marlin number 7 works extremely well with that Bafang. Now because it's a 100 mil Bafang, I had to use some spacers to make up the gap, to even up the gap between the pedals. So for that I used 1-inch EMT ring, and I filed out the middle. It took me about 10 minutes each one, so I think there's about 3 of them in there, or 2 or something. But they work really well because they grip at the same time, and they're cheap. They're 4 for $1, so that saves a lot of money versus buying someone else's spacers. Okay, and the stock ring didn't line up with the existing chain guard very well, so I got this Lecky, I think it's a 46 tooth narrow wide ring, and it's about 18 mil, and that works extremely well. Everything lines up really nice. I haven't the 2 highest gears, it is a problem, but I have the rest of the gears good enough. I'm happy. Okay, so for the battery, I didn't go for one of those hard plastic ones. For some reason, I didn't like the look of it. So I had this Maxpedition water bottle holder. This is the tall one meant for, say, I guess a bottle of wine or something. So the battery's actually inside here. It's water resistant, not proof, resistant. Keeps the mud off, and I keep the charging cable in here. So unzip it, take out the charging cable, plug it in, works perfect. Yeah, I know, lots of tie wraps, but I'm not selling it, so I'm not that worried about it. I left those tie wraps long on purpose, just in case I had to cinch them. I just came back from about 30K, and everything still works great, nice and tight, nothing loose. Okay, so as far as the other tip goes, I've got hydraulic brakes. So for the hydraulic brakes, you need to use the magnet here, as well as the spacer. And for that was probably the trickiest part, getting that lined up. I used this, and this works extremely well, really well. Everything else wouldn't stick to the plastic, like the metal and the little adapter Bafang gives you. But this works. Use that. Worked for me anyways. So I did that. Both sides, yeah, I know glue job's not perfect, but it works. And the only other tip I can give you is it comes from the factory set to 0 to 5 pedal assistance. I would change it to 1 to 9. Just makes it smoother, and this thing goes. I tell you, I put my throttle on this side. Some people would want the throttle on this side, but boy, it goes. I had this thing up to 50K, but I'm going to dial it back. I'm not going to keep it at 50K. It was just for testing. But this thing does exactly what I want it to do. It just helps me get up the hills. It works. It works so well. The battery is about 17 amp hours. I put about 100K on it, I think, and the battery still has lots of juice left in it. So super happy with it. I hope that helps someone. Thank you.